Hello, everyone. Welcome back for day 2 of the Grow Your Group Challenge. Yay! So exciting. Okay, so first question for you today. Why is it that some groups act like a magnet and they just seem to attract more and more and more and more people all the time? You want to know what the answer is? They become irresistible. And that is what we're going to focus on today. Today's day 2 is all about doing an engagement explosion. Thanks, ChatGPT, for naming that one. I just love to say it. Engagement explosion. We are going to focus on the tactics and strategies that you can apply inside your group. So yesterday was about foundational stuff. Today is about inside your group. Tomorrow is outside your group, kind of outside your space and looking at a broader network. Okay. But before we get into any of that, any questions, challenges, celebrations, any of that on day 1? So for day 1, you learned the first 6 strategies. Those of you that are, if this is the first time you're watching and you didn't catch day 1, go back and watch day 1. You don't have to do it first. You can join us today, but make sure you go back and watch day 1. So your homework for day 1 was to pick one of the first 6 strategies and say, I'm going to do this one, and then share how you're going to do it. And then the bonus homework was to optimize your personal profile. Change your photo, your banner or your cover, your bio, and make sure you got all your links right. So how did that go for everybody? Let me pull up my phone and make sure I check on comments here. Yeah, we definitely got to celebrate some folks who got new members into their community. All they did was make some of these changes and they already got new people coming in. What? You guys, that's huge. That is huge success, right? We're only getting started. You've only implemented 1 or 2 things. What's it going to be like when you implement all the things? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, look at this. So Carol got 2 new members. Let's see here. Cindy got 2 new members. Trish got a new members. What? You guys, I'm so proud of you. Okay. Let me see if I just want to make sure I got any. I'm looking for questions here. Okay. Trish says, here's her question. Can you talk about removing family members? Is it completely deleting them and will they be notified? Okay. So first of all, no. If you unfriend somebody, they don't get a notification that says you've been unfriended by so-and-so. So you're okay there. Now, what I would personally do is if you have somewhere else you want, I would communicate to them. Now, if this is like second cousin, twice removed person, probably not worth it, right? Or somebody you haven't talked to since like grade school, maybe you don't even do anything. But if this is like a family member that you're regularly commenting on and whatever, I'd reach out to them, communicate and say, hey, here's what I'm doing. I am going all in on using my personal profile for business. And so as a result, I've set up a secondary profile where I'm going to post personal stuff. I'd love for you to follow me there, but I am going to remove you from this place because I'm just going to be talking about my business. And you don't care about all of that. Like I would reach out and communicate to that stuff in whatever way you communicate. Let me know if that doesn't answer your question, Trish. Okay, Amanda got a new friend and sent a friendly DM. Oh, I'm so proud. This is so great. Look at this. What? Michelle got 8 new members. Oh my gosh. Michelle. Which strategy did you implement that got you 8? Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Okay. Carol also got new people into the group. Awesome. Okay, Danny says, I feel like my group isn't ready for people. I have nothing there yet. Okay, this is a common, I hear this a lot, okay? Here's what you need to have in place. You need to have the group set up with the name, and you need to have 4 or 5 posts. That's it. Don't worry about any of the rest of it. You can always be adding the rest as you want. So I think sometimes, especially us women, we feel like it must be perfect. Everything must be perfect in order to get people to come in. No. Start growing now. Start growing now. You could always add. So let me rephrase that because I want to add a little asterisk to it. You got to have it like actually in place that people can actually join, right? You've got to have maybe 5 pieces of content and you need to be ready to keep doing content. All of the rest of it you can add as you go. Okay. Now, what I would also say is you want your entry questions in place for your group so that you can collect an email address. You don't have to have anything else set up, but those would be the bare minimum. So don't wait. We always wait till it's perfect. Don't wait. Okay. Okay, Sharon says, how do you find your ICA? For those of you that don't know what ICA is, that's Ideal Client Avatar. How do you find your ICA when you're looking for a specific profile? Okay, we're going to talk about that. Did we talk about that today? Hold on. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So remind me again if I missed this, Sharon, so I come back to it, okay? Okay. Amanda says she did it on your okay. No question there. I'm just looking for questions here. I'm so excited for you guys. You guys are Persian family members. Your family members are gonna hate me. That's okay. 17 new friends, 3 new friend requests, message just sent. You guys are so awesome. Laura got 3 new members. What? Oh my gosh. I'm so proud. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions. So I want to let's just do a little bit of celebrating. Okay, everybody celebrate for everybody else. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, I want to call out some people who did their homework. So I have my notes here. Hold on. Okay, so this was from this morning. I did it first thing this morning. So if you've done your day 1 homework, like maybe after 8 a.m. Mountain Time this morning, so in the last 3 hours, I just don't have you. I just didn't look. So I did it this morning and okay, anyway. So we're going to celebrate these folks, okay? Well, I want to give them, let's wait till I read all the names and then you all can do woo woo and applause or whatever you want to drop in the comments, okay? So let me read all the names. So we've got Allison, Carol, both Cindy's, Danny, Denise, Jeanette, Jackie, LaWanda, Lucy, Magda, Mary Beth, Patty, and Trish all did the day 1 homework. Woo! Give them some celebration. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Now we also had bonus homework. And so I'm going to read the list again because there's some different names on here. So some of you did the bonus and not the regular homework. Some of you did both. Some of you maybe just hasn't gotten to this yet. And that's okay. You got time. You can do it all week long. All right. So the bonus homework was completed by Allison, Carol, both Cindy's, Denise, Jackie, Jules, LaWanda, Magda, Mary Beth, Patty, Trish, and Sharon. Yay! Let's celebrate them. Yeah. Good job. Good job. So proud of you. And I think more than just getting homework done, the fact that you guys are getting these kinds of results is so awesome. Okay. Now, I know I talked about prizes yesterday, and I'm going to spin the prize wheel here in just a second. And somebody's going to win something. But I want to make sure you understand how important that homework is, okay? Everybody who completes the homework, you're going to get $200 off Ignite if you choose to join us in that program. $200 off. What? Don't tell my husband. No, he'll be fine with it. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Okay. So know that is coming if you do all of the homework. Okay. You ready to spin a prize wheel? Okay. Hold on here. I got to do my thing here. Prize wheel. Okay. Can you see this? I better make sure you can see the wheel. Yep. Okay. Let's shuffle it up. I'm going to shuffle up the names. Everybody who commented, engaged, did homework in any shape or form, your name is on this wheel. Okay. And again, I pulled this first thing this morning. So if you did some since this morning, you'll be on tomorrow's wheel. Okay. So let's spin. Woo! This is always my favorite. I love this so much. I love giving you oh, Karen. Okay. I'm feeling, since you guys have had such great results, I'm going to spin again and we're going to have 2 people. All right. So Karen, hang on. I'm going to get to your prize. Hang on here. Let's spin again. I just feel like it's day 2. So we have to have 2 winners, right? Oh, the drama at the end. Denise! Yay! Okay. So I better write this down so I don't forget because otherwise I'll forget. Denise and Karen. Hold on here. Day 1, Denise and Karen. You guys ever write notes to yourself and then you forget what the note means because you weren't specific enough? Yeah, all the time. All right. So Denise and Karen, you are both going to win an audit of your optimized personal profile. So at the point, even if you haven't done it yet, that's okay. At the point where you get it done, I'm going to go and look at it and give you some feedback, tweak it, adjust it, whatever else it is. Isn't that a good prize? I think that's a good prize. Okay. Is there anything else we got to do before we start? I do not think so. Are you guys ready for the engagement explosion? Are you ready to learn what you can do inside your group to grow your group? I know it almost seems like, why would this work? I'm about to show you why this is going to work. Okay. Now, some of these are they inside? Are they outside? You know, you got to take it for what it's worth. Okay. So One of the questions that I used to ask in my welcome questions, I don't anymore, but I used to, was how did you hear about this group? And one of my favorite responses to ever get is this one. Facebook recommended the group. Like, that's like free advertising. Free. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So the question becomes, how do you make that happen? How does Facebook actually recommend it to somebody? Okay, so strategy number 7. By the way, if you don't have the workbook link is in the description above this video. You can go grab it. Okay, so strategy number 7 is make sure that you're using keywords so that you can get discovered, so that people can find your group. Okay. Keywords are the words that your ideal client avatar would search for. So what you can think about is, what are the problems that they are having that your group solves? Maybe not solves completely, but starts solving. Those are likely some of your keywords, either in the problem or the solution. Those would be what your ideal client would go to a Google box and search for. But what's happening is they're going to go into Facebook and search for it and Google it. Isn't that cool? Okay. So what you're going to do is make sure that those keywords get in either the name of your group, that's ideal, or in the description. And it is totally okay if you put those keywords like after a colon. So if your group is named Jamie's Funhouse, and then you do colon, make sure that it's not just, you don't want to just stuff with keywords. It's not just randomly throwing stuff in. Like, make sure that it makes sense in sentence form, right? But you can put them there, okay? If you are just like, no, my group name is perfect, I don't want to change it, I get it, then make sure that it is in your description of your group, okay? Now, the question that was asked earlier, let me go back to it. See, I probably won't be able to find it. Hold on. Oh, look at all the celebrating you did for everybody. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where was that? Where was that question? Okay, I see questions coming in, and you guys, I'm never going to be able, there's so many comments, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. So if you asked a question and I miss it today, I will come back and answer it in the comments. But when we get to the end of today, I'll say, what questions do you have? Just ask me again there, if you remember it. Okay, so the question was, how do you find your ideal client? This was back to the friending, but how do you know what they are when you're looking for something specific? Okay, so obviously the first thing is, do they physically look like something? Do you work with women, not men? Do you work with moms? Do they have kids in their profile? Do you work with grandmothers? Do you work with entrepreneurs? Do you work with coaches? Do you work with whatever else it is, right? So you are making a judgment based on their profile picture. Now, if that isn't yours because you are looking for something else, then you've got to look at their content. What are the things that they're posting that might make them a good candidate for you? Now, I think the question here is, what if it's something that is very specific that people aren't broadcasting? And the example that comes to me is somebody who's got anxiety. It's not like they're posting anxiety stuff. It's not like right in their pinned post or their bio, it says, I suffer from anxiety. You're probably not going to find that, right? So what you got to look at is, you got to kind of take it a next step and say, what kind of people suffer from anxiety? And what might they look like? Moms. Do moms suffer from anxiety? Do people who have their own business suffer from anxiety? And what you're doing is you're saying, could this possibly be somebody? It's almost like you start to rule out the people who aren't to find the people who are. Okay. You can also look at the content they're posting, because there might be hints at it. If they're posting inspirational, like memes and things like that are about anxiety, chances are that's your person, right? But what you really want to look for is it's almost like a gut decision on, could this be? If you like their content, you like what they're posting, take a chance. You never know. Okay. All right. We could go into that forever and always. And I know that we just don't have time for that. So I would say, if this is an area that you need help with, whether it's who is my ideal client, how do I find them, what are my keywords, whatever else, I would recommend book a Power Boost with me, 30-minute Power Boost, and I'll help you. Okay. Hold on here. Let's see if we got other questions here. You know what? I'm going to keep going and we'll come back to questions, because it's already, I see the time and I want to be really, I want to honor the commitment that I made to you to keep this on time. Okay. So that was keywords. Okay. So how do you find your keywords? Think about what your ideal client would be struggling with, that they might search for, that then they would find your group. Got it? Okay. Here's what you have to understand before we get into strategy number 8. Most people do not want to join another Facebook group. They're already in 723 other Facebook groups. They don't want another one. They got plenty. They can barely keep up with the ones that they got, right? So how do you get them to join yours? That's strategy number 8. We're going to talk about it with number 9 as well. Strategy number 8 is to create irresistible incentives for them to join. Okay, so back to this. They're not going to join another group just because it's a group. They will join because there's something they want that you are offering them that they can only get inside that group. Follow me? Okay, so what are we talking about here? Go back to what your ideal client's number one problem is and solve it, or at least get them started solving it. So we're specifically talking about how do you identify exclusive content? This is live videos. This is freebies. This is something that they get only when they join the Facebook group, because they will join that group to get that thing. Okay, so that's number 8. Here's a question for all of you. What makes you want to join a group? When you think about whether or not you're going to join a group, what makes you join a group? Stop and think about that, and then kind of reverse engineer it and think, okay, if this is what makes me join a group, then does any of that apply to my ideal client? Why would they join? What would make them want to join my group? What makes my group special? Okay, that's only the first part, because then you've got to ask yourself this question. What makes you return to that group? It's one thing to click the button, join, fill out the things, but I might not ever go back into that group. So what's going to make you come back again and again and again into that group? It's strategy number 9. You ready for it? Your content has to be juicy. That juicy content is what makes people come back again and again and again. Okay, let me ask you this question. Why do you come back to this group? You all join this group at various different times, but you keep coming back. Why? What is it about what I do in my group that makes you tune in again and again and again? I'm telling you right now, it's because it's juicy content. You get value. You learn things. And that's what you've got to figure out in your own group. You've got to have a content strategy plan. And I will tell you this right now. Theme days isn't going to do it. Motivation Monday, Thankful Tuesday, Wise Wednesday, not going to do it. That's not going to be juicy enough content. You've got to have a content strategy plan where you are actually giving value. Gone are the days where you used to be able to just do that and people would buy from you. You now have to give them a win. You got to show them something that makes them come back again and again and again, because eventually, maybe not at first, but eventually they'll buy. And that's what you're wanting. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I got anything else, and then I'm going to look at questions. Okay. Hold on. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, I'm good. I'm good so far. I am good so far. Okay, I don't want to lose my notes here. Let me check comments, see if I missed any questions. Okay. Hold on, I'm scrolling. I know it takes me a while because you guys are awesome and you are coming so much. It's just awesome. Oh, Sydney, thanks for the call out on Ignite. Ignite is awesome. Yeah, do it. Y'all should do it. Okay, hold on. Okay, Denise says that's how I found you. Was it keyword search? Or was it something else? Sorry, I just thought I'm seeing this, Denise, after the fact. And so it may not be, timing might not be right here. Cindy says, I joined based on the person who's running it. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay, here. Hold on. Cindy says, this strategy works on the keywords. When you search keywords, different groups come up. Yeah, go and try it. When you're figuring out what your keywords are, go and search in Facebook for those keywords and see what groups come up. Does your group come up? Very powerful stuff. Okay, Sharon says, if you do lives inside your group to build audience, do you cross-post events each week in your other content? Okay, great question, Sharon. Let me talk about the content first, and I'll come back to the event, okay? The content you would not want to, because you want the content to be exclusive. If you are posting that content in other places, why would they join your group? They can get it somewhere else. Because remember, they don't want another group. Okay. Now, the event for it, yes, you would want to say, hey, I'm doing this event, but you got to join my Facebook group to get in. It's all happening in my Facebook group. Use that event as the incentive to get into your group. Absolutely. And you can cross-pollinate that everywhere. We talked about that yesterday. People will join a group even if they prefer another platform. Okay. So any questions on content, juicy content, or incentivizing people? Oh, Denise says it was a Facebook recommendation. Oh, yay. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going. Speaking of recommendations, that was just perfect. That was perfect timing. When you want a recommendation, who do you ask? I mean, we're all inundated with ads and commercials and all of this all the time, right? But when you want a real recommendation, who do you ask? Who do you ask? Chances are you ask a friend or family member, somebody who maybe already experienced this, right? If there's a thought in your head like, oh, maybe I want to join Jamie's Ignite. Who are you going to reach out to? You're going to reach out to somebody who's already done Ignite. You're going to say, did you get value? Did you get results? How was it? You want that kind of real answer, not just what I'm going to tell you. You want other people, right? If you're looking for a new restaurant or a new recipe, you're going to ask your friends. Well, let's re-engineer that, or reverse engineer that rather. And we're going to say strategy number 10 is ask existing members to invite their friends to your group. Okay, now this one gets a little bit tricky. So let's talk about this, okay? Do you like this Get on Camera group? Do you like this group? Do you get value? Do you enjoy it? Okay. I saw some of the comments earlier. You all said yes. Juicy content, awesome content, all good stuff. Okay. So have you invited anybody to this group? And that's not me being harsh or me being mean. Have you invited anybody to this group? It's okay if you haven't, because that's not how we think. When we're in a group and we're loving it, we're so focused on what we're getting and the value we're getting and then applying what we're learning and then all of that, this thought does not occur to us. So you, as the group owner, you got to remind them. You've got to ask them. Okay. Now, let me give you some data on this. I pulled numbers just to give you real numbers. So in the last 2 weeks, I had 54 people join my group. Okay. 29 last week, 12 this week. I've got 13 pending invites. All 13 of those pending invites are somebody who was in this group who invited one of their friends that they just haven't accepted it yet. It's a timing thing. Okay. 12 of the people who are in that number were invites. So do that math. That's almost 20. That is 25, not almost. That's 25 group members who were invited by somebody inside of this group. That's huge. That's huge. Okay. And by the way, that's from 9 different people in this group. So let's just take this. Let's just have a little fun with this. There are 1,400 people in this group. If each one of them invited one friend into this group, it would double in size like that. If each person in this group invited 2 people, boom. And then if those people invite people, do you see how this just compounds? It's huge. It's massive. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Once or twice a month, do a post in your group and ask them or remind them. Ask them to do this like I just did now, right? Like if I said to you right now, hey, I want you to think of somebody right now, one of your friends, maybe a client, maybe a colleague who should join this group. Can you think of that person? Right now, when you're thinking of it, invite them to this Facebook group. That's all you got to do. Do it in a live, do it in a post. Okay, invite them. Now, while we're on this topic, I would also say once or twice a month, you need to do the same sort of invite on your personal profile. Because if you are adding new friends, like from yesterday, maybe you aren't going to message them, maybe it doesn't connect that way, but you drop posts once or twice a month in your group or on your personal profile that says, hey, join my group, you're going to get more people that'll join your group. See how that works? Okay. So homework number 1, and no, we have not gone through all 7. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Homework number 1 for you is to do this. Now you get to choose. Do you want to do it on your personal profile or do you want to do it in your group? But you're going to do an invite post. You're going to screenshot it and you're going to share a screenshot in order to get credit for today's homework. That's it. It should take you 5 minutes. It doesn't even have to be complex. You can just do it as a color block. You don't have to go create fancy stuff. Be fast. Take a selfie of you and then say, I'd love it if you invite people to your group. Do you love this group? Do you love this community? Who do you know that should join us? Who's cool like you? Super simple. Don't overthink it. Okay? Okay. Let me see if there are any questions. Hang on. Okay, hold on here. Hold on. I'm reading. I'm just checking for questions. I'll come back and talk about all of this. Okay, Sharon has a question about the anxiety example. And she said, what type of group share with others? What would that type of group share with others or too risky for someone we're talking about not comfortable? Oh, I see what you're saying. So would it be uncomfortable to say, hey, my group is full of people with anxiety? Who friend do you know that has anxiety? Trust me, if their friend has anxiety, they know. They're talking about it regularly. They're laughing about it. They're sending each other memes. They're sending each other videos. I promise you, they know somebody. You're not asking them to send an invite to 25 of their friends and family. You're saying, do you know one person who's cool like you that has the same troubles you're having that should be in this group? They know people. And you're not trying to get, like, I know I made a jest about there's 1,400 in you, and if all 1,400 invited a friend, not all 1,400 people are going to do it. So are there going to be people that are like, I just don't even know, I don't know anybody. Yeah, but that's okay. You're going to have some people that'll go, oh yes, oh my gosh, I didn't think about it. I need to invite Susan, or I need to invite whoever. So you're okay. You're okay. Okay. No more questions. Let's keep going. Okay, hold on here. Where was I at? Honestly, when I saw a couple of posts here that said, I have invited people, it absolutely makes my day. It's one of the best compliments I can ever get when you invite somebody, because that means you are finding so much value in what I do in this group that you're like, I need to tell people about this. Other people need to join this. Other people need to receive this same kind of awesomeness. It is a huge compliment for me. And I am so grateful and thankful to all of you who do that. It means the world to me. Okay. So if I feel that way, you're going to feel that way. So strategy what number are we on? 11. Why not incentivize your people to do this? It's something to consider. I don't like to do it, and we're going to talk about why, but this is something you could do. Is there some sort of referral program you could do? Could you run a contest? Could you spin the prize wheel? Everybody that joins gets their name on a prize wheel and you give something away. What can you do to further incent people to want to join your group or want to invite their friends? It's something to consider, okay? But I want you to use caution on this, because yesterday we talked about accepting and denying friend requests, making sure they're only your right, perfect people, okay? You got to do the same thing in your group. So you only want to invite the right people into your group. If you put a number on it, something super juicy, then you're going to get flooded with people that might not be your right people. And let me tell you, that's awkward. That's an awkward moment where you have to say, hey, thanks, Beth, for inviting your friend Susan, but Susan is not my person, so I declined her. Oh, that's awkward. It's awkward. Okay. So when you incentivize somebody, and like everybody that you invite in, you get something, it's so juicy that they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I get a Starbucks gift card for every person I invite. I'm going to invite 100 people and I'll have Starbucks for the year. You don't want them inviting 100 people. You want them inviting the perfect person. So be careful with this, right? Be careful with this. Okay. Now, do you want to know the number one thing that I do that gets these kinds of numbers, the numbers I shared earlier, into my group? This one works. The one we just talked about, not this last one, but the one about inviting people and reminding people works. All of these work. What am I kidding? What am I talking about? But the number one, what do you think it is? Anybody can have a guess? Let's see. Let's have some guesses. What do you think my number one is? What do you think the number one is? Anybody got a guess? Uh-oh. Shoot. I scrolled past it and then, oh, you're just saying, yes, please share. Tell me. Okay. Challenges. Hosting a challenge or some sort of big event. I will tell you, when I just communicate, hey, I'm going live this Thursday. Here's the topic that I'm talking about. They will trickle in. I will get some people that'll come in because they want that training on that one thing. But as soon as I do some sort of big challenge or a specific event, man, they fly in. My last challenge, this challenge, I should have pulled the numbers. I don't have the numbers. But my last Go Live challenge that I did, I had 128 people register for that challenge. I want to say 80, some of them were brand new to my group. Yeah. Now, before you get all, oh, God, a challenge. Oh, it does not have to be big. It does not have to be a 5-day challenge. It does not even have to be a multiple day challenge. It does not have to be this big monstrosity of a thing. Okay. The distinction of a challenge is that you are challenging people to do something. Maybe push them out of their comfort zone, apply what they are learning and get traction. That's what you're trying to do. An event like a webinar or a workshop will also work. Now, I know a lot of people like to, should I charge for the challenge? Should I charge for the workshop? Should I not? That's your choice. But what I want you to recognize is that by doing free challenges and free events, especially if you market it appropriately, you can get so many people coming in your group. And even if they don't buy the thing that you're offering inside of that challenge, they may buy later. They may buy something else. So this is a tough decision that only you can decide, right? If you charge for the challenge or the event, you typically will not get as many people. So which is your priority? Growing your group or making that $17 or $27 or $37 or whatever you're charging? Have a VIP to charge for that. Make the challenge free and then do a VIP version that's $27 or $37 or $47. And that's where you make a little bit of money. Okay. So think about what makes you sign up for a challenge. Why do you sign up for a challenge? Why will your people sign up for a challenge? So your homework. No, well, it is. It's going to be homework too. I'm getting ahead of myself. What you're going to do, your tactic is to plan one. Plan a challenge or a big event. It can just be a workshop or a webinar. It doesn't have to be, something 5 days long, 17 hours. It doesn't have to be crazy, right? But plan one. How do you figure out what to put in that challenge? Think about it like this. What is a small win that you can give your ideal client that they'll get out of that challenge? They will accomplish that. That's the important part. They got to get results. And that getting that results makes them go, oh my gosh, I want more. What else has she got? What is this program she's offering? So you almost got to connect all of those parts and pieces. Okay. So your bonus homework is to plan one. You don't have to plan all the details. All I'm going to ask you to do is in that bonus homework thing, say, I'm planning a challenge and it's going to be on this topic. You don't have to name it. You don't have to have all the details. And for those of you that are like, oh, this is perfect. I've got a challenge next month. I can just do the homework this way. No. The key here is new. Gotta be new. Plan the next one. Plan the next event, even if it's just a workshop. Start taking action. Okay. Now, before you get too crazy on me, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? A challenge. Okay. In September and October, 2 months, I'm going to show you how to plan a challenge inside my Go Live League membership. So this may be a reason to join the membership, even if you just stay for September and October and learn how to do a challenge. We're going to go all the way from figuring out what the challenge should be to pulling it together, getting the details right, to marketing it. All of that will happen over the next 2 months. Okay. Go Live League membership is $33 a month. So if you think about it like this, for $66, you can get your challenge planned. If you need that kind of help and support, it's there for you, right? And then you can always cancel the membership. I hope you won't. I hope you'll stay, but that's an option I got for you. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I've missed anything. Okay. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me check if I got any questions here. Hold on. I planned this and I was like, we're easily going to be hitting 30 minutes. And then I'm realizing like, you guys ask a lot of questions and I didn't plan for that. So we're going to keep going though. We're good. I think we only got one left. Yeah. We only got one left. Okay, let me see if we got any questions here. Okay, so Stephanie says, what if a current group member invites somebody, but they're not your perfect person? It can happen, right? You still have to make the best decisions for your group. Now, They may not be a perfect person, but there was something that made that person invite that person. So maybe it's something you're not seeing. I often will give them the benefit of the doubt and I'll be like, I'm not just going to let you in. Oftentimes when people invite people, they don't answer your membership questions because they don't even see them. Okay. So for those of you that are in VIP access, we're going to talk about that in our VIP call here in 23 minutes. We're going to talk more about that. So I typically, Stephanie, give them the benefit of the doubt and I'll accept them in. And then I just watch them. If it's one thing to say they're not a perfect person and that they're not going to buy from me, and there's a whole other if they're in here for unsavory reasons. And if they're in here doing damage and causing problems, then you kick them out and you don't worry about it. Like you've got to protect your group more than anything. Good question. Okay. You guys were guessing challenges before I even said it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, Laura says, I like a challenge and I love a challenge, but when I think of planning a challenge, that's a challenge. That's exactly right. I know. We're going to go through it step by step. You might want to join us for the Go Live League. Thank you, Michelle. The Go Live League is awesome. I agree. Okay, so what I will say is if you are interested in just learning more about the Go Live League, just type Go Live League in the comments and I'll get you the link. I didn't put it up above. So, okay. Everybody's answering your question, Stephanie. Kick them out, block them. Okay. Yes. But remember, this person who maybe is your perfect person invited them in for a reason. So would I would probably have a conversation first if it was me, but that's just me. I'm more about communicate and be open about it versus the block and ban. Now, if they're blatantly wrong and they're doing something horrible, yes, I totally agree. Kick them out. But if it's just like, oh, I don't know about this person, that's a whole different thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Last one. You ready for this one? This is the only one that costs money. So of the 20 options, this is the only one that costs money. But it is an option. It is a strategy. And that is you can run paid ads to get people into your group. If this is something you want to go after, I don't do ads. I don't teach ads. So it's not an area of expertise of mine, but I would tell you, you can learn how. There are all sorts of memberships, programs, courses, people out there. You can hire a professional to do it for you. But I would say this, know what you're doing because boosting a post is not the same thing as running an ad. I once boosted posts and I got like 80-year-old men that didn't have teeth. Those are not my ideal client. So this one, I just use with caution. Okay. All right. Let's go back through all 6. I want to know where is it? Hold on. Where's my thing? Oh, I got something else I was going to talk about. Okay. First of all, before we do this, let's go back to these 6 gears. Okay. Remember these 6 gears from yesterday. These are the 6 key strategies that you need to, let me move that guy. That you need to be spinning. You got to get all the wheels turning in order to move your group forward. Okay. We have covered vision, some of growth, some of content, right? Lot more inside of this program. One of the best things that I'm going to recommend that you do is download the Facebook group self-assessment. The link is, did I put the link up above? I can't remember. If the link is not up above in the description, type self-assessment in the comments and I'll get it to you. Many of you have already taken it, but it is, I think it's 20 questions that go through every single one of these gears so that you can assess whether or not you're doing it, not doing it. And there's even a sort of doing it. What this is going to help you identify is where are your strengths and where are your areas of opportunity. Now, I'm going to do a live next week, Thursday. If you want to put it on your calendars, it's on the, what will that be? I don't have my September up. Is that the 5th? I think it's the 5th. Whatever Thursday is at my normal time, which is 12 Mountain Time. And we're going to break down that self-assessment. I'll answer questions about the self-assessment. I'll help you understand what do the results mean? Where do you need to go? How do you target? How do you go after some of this? Okay. So I'll help you'll join me for that. This, whether it's the gears or the Facebook group assessment, this is what Ignite is all about. We spend 12 weeks systematically going through all 6 of these gears. And I'm going to help you every step of the way implement all of these things. Now, one of the coolest things about Ignite, and those of you that are on that have done Ignite, like, if you want to share a comment that I'm, this is real, I'm not just making this up. Your assessment score I think most people's assessment scores doubled, if not tripled, in 12 weeks. But is it going to be completely turned around in 12 weeks? Likely not. Just depends on where your current group is at and where you need to be. Okay. But here's the cool part about Ignite. You have lifetime access. So you're going to be in a private Facebook group that you're never going to be kicked out of. You can actually take the entire program from start to finish a second time for no additional cost. Beyond that, you can pop in where you need to. You can watch recordings. You can do whatever you need. So I'm here to support you on growing your Facebook group forever inside of Ignite. Okay. So if you want to just check it out, I got a video and all the stuff you would plan, just type Ignite in the comments and I will get you the link so you can watch the video and read all about it. Okay. Remember, for those of you, I had a thing here. I won't be able to find it fast enough. For those of you that complete your homework, you're going to get $200 off. And that applies whether you pay in full or you do payments. And I have on occasion done longer payments for people. So if Ignite is something that you are like, I want this, I need this, I know this is going to help me, I just need a little help on the payment plan, just message me and we'll talk, right? We can either just talk here on Messenger or we can jump on a call. And I've done longer payment plans for people who need it. Okay. So if you got any questions about that, you let me know. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. I'm going to do a quick review and then answer any questions that you guys got. And it's going to be quick because I've recognized over on time. Is anyone surprised? I didn't think so. Okay. Be careful on ads. Yep. People say you can spend money and not get you any results. Yep. Number 13, Lucy, was ads. Run paid ads to target IDEA members. Okay. So on the ads, yes, be very, very careful. The best advice that I've ever been given by somebody who runs ads, like this is their job to run ads for people, is she said, if you can't afford to lose that money, don't even go down this path. So there are people, I'll give you just a little thing. Like in talking with this person, I don't want to call her out because if you guys need a referral, let me know and I'm happy to refer you to somebody, but she's in the big leagues. So she's working with people who are spending, they're wanting 100,000K launch and they're spending $80,000 on ads to get it. Like that's the numbers. Now they're not always that way. It's not always that high, but the person that I know is in that realm. Okay. But you can learn to target smaller ads in smaller places, smaller numbers. Just know what you're doing and be careful. I would not recommend anybody go down this path and just on a whim. Like take a class, take a course, know what you're doing before you get started. Okay. Trish says the self-assessment is worth doing. You see the results in your group. It is really good. Stephanie says it's easy to complete and it gives you great ideas of what to focus on. Thank you guys. That's awesome. Okay. Cindy said she doubled her assessment score. Yep. Okay. The assessment score. So first of all, you're going to download the self-assessment. It's a workbook. That link is up above, I think, in the description. If it's not there, let me know and I will get it to you. You're gonna check boxes and then you're gonna count them up and there's a multiplier to get your score. I'm gonna help you all with this next week, Thursday, if you need help with it. So if you can't figure it out, don't worry. This will be here. Next Thursday, we'll go through it step by step. Okay. And we're gonna talk about what do the scores mean next week, Thursday. What do I do if my score is this? What do I do if my score is this? Okay. Okay. Woo. All right. I don't see any questions. Let me go through all 7 strategies here today. I'm scrolling back through my list here. All right. So strategy number 7. Oh, we don't want this up there. Keywords. Make sure you got your keywords in your name or your description of your group because searchability really does work inside of Facebook. Number 8. Create irresistible incentives to join your group. Exclusive content. People don't want another group, but they will join your group to get the thing. Scrolling. Number 9, juicy content. Because you don't just want people to get into your group. You want them to be engaged. You want them to participate. You want them to come show up over and over and over again when you're going live. That's what makes a successful Facebook group. So juicy content. Okay. Number 10, don't forget that your existing members have friends who probably need the same thing that they do. Remind them, ask them to invite your friends in your group and even on your personal profile. Number 11, incentivize that carefully. Run contests, give referrals for people joining your group or inviting their friends. Number 12, my favorite, host a challenge. And number 13, we already talked about that, was, where is it? Paid ads. Paid ads work. They work. I've never done paid ads into my group. You don't have to. I don't want anybody to walk away feeling like they got to spend money. You do not. Okay. What questions, if anything, you got on those challenges or on those strategies? Okay. Okay. Karen says she just finished the Meta Ads Management Certification Program, and they recommend a minimum of $30,000 if you're thinking of running ads. Yep. Big time. Okay. So, and I would say, would you spend $30,000 to get people to come into a group? Don't know. Okay. Homework. Let's review your homework. Okay. Number 1. Let's see if I can find it. What number was that? Sorry, you guys. Scrolling all over the place. By the way, while I'm thinking of this, we're on day 2. Has this been awesome so far? Because like part of me thinks like, maybe we don't go through all 20. Maybe the next time I run this challenge, we don't go through all 20. Maybe we only go through a smaller handful. But you all tell me, what do you think? Give me some feedback on that. All right, where was my homework? Okay, here's the homework. Homework number 1. You're going to do an invite post, or reminder post. Okay, let me say that differently. Ask your existing members to invite a friend. Do a post to make that happen. Screenshot it, post it in the homework post, you'll get credit. Okay. If you want bonus points, do one on your personal profile too. I would do those on different days. I would not do them both today because chances are the people in your group are also friends typically, and you don't want to double whammy them, right? So do it on different days. Homework bonus is to plan a challenge. Where did that guy go? Why can I not find him? There we go. Remember, you're not going to plan the whole thing for the homework. You're just going to say, I'm going to do a challenge on this. What is the topic? Share that idea and you'll get bonus points. Okay. That's your homework. Any questions on the homework? Let me see. Everybody's loving it. All right, cool. Cool beans. Those of you in VIP, I'm going to need more than 10-minute break. Can we do a 15-minute break after we conclude and then start so that I got time to do a bio break and take Otis out and maybe eat something so I'm not eating on the call like I was yesterday? How about 15 minutes? I'll message you in the group chat so you guys know. All right, tomorrow we will move beyond your spaces. So we've been talking about your foundations. We've been talking about your own group. Tomorrow, we're going to move beyond that. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I'll even tease you with this. My number one, you know how my number one today was challenges? My one way to get people into those challenges, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Love it. All right. Here's what you got to realize, right? If you want to be this magnetic group that just easily and regularly is attracting new members all the time, right? You've got to have some strategies. Just creating it once and done and being like, maybe people will join and it's going to work. You've got to drive it. And you drive it by leveraging your existing members to help you out, by getting them, the better the content that you are giving them, the better results they're getting in your group. They're going to be more willing to invite their friends because they're loving what you're doing. It also helps you drive engagement in your own group. So it is a win-win. Many of these strategies are win-wins for everything. Okay. I'm glad to see that you are having fun with this. I'm having a blast. I'm guessing since today went 50 minutes, tomorrow will go 50 minutes. So you might as well just plan for that because I'm all about giving you value. Okay. If this is area where you need help, if you need your group and you want your group to be a magnet and you want all of these gears turning, that is what Ignite is all about. It is honestly, as much as I'm proud of the Go Live League, and I love what we do in the Go Live League, this 12-week program is the bee's knees. I am so proud of it, and I'm so proud of the results that everybody gets when they're going through it. So if that's of interest, let's talk about it. Those of you that typed Ignite, I'll get you the links. And if you do the homework, remember, $200 off. That's a good deal. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Don't forget your homework. If you got questions, drop them below and I'll come back and answer them. Bye, guys.